Here are the bold and the beautiful spoilers and what to watch moments for Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. After seeing the fortune teller that Hayes brought home from art school, Steffi is more alarmed than ever and wonders what the heck is going on as Luna does her best to trap Steffi. Luna surprised the clueless Ms. Dillon. The art teacher realized that sunshine is not so sunny after all. In fact, she is quite dark and gloomy and waves a gun around the beach house where she once claimed to lose her virginity. Luna gives Ms. Dillon her marching orders and comes up with an excuse to get Steffi to the school so Luna can do what she wants with her evil stepmother. At least Sheila is aware that her lunatic granddaughter is up to no good. Luna said she has one last thing to do, and Sheila is determined to stop her. But first, she has to find the girl. The Forresters have not wanted to listen to her about Luna before, but maybe they will now. We return to Liam's death and dying story on Thursday when Liam has an appointment with Dr. Grace Buckingham. She is set to give Liam some bad news. Liam has been taking his medication as prescribed and agonizing over whether to do radiation and chemo. Does Grace tell him his tumor is growing and he needs to make a decision now? Liam wants to get as much time with his daughter and those he loves as possible, but he doesn't want to go through what his mother did when she was dying from cancer. However, he has barely spent any time with his father and brothers, who still have no idea what is going on. Will Grace's news be the impetus that Liam needs to finally come clean with Bill, Wyatt, and Will? They deserve to know what is going on with a close family member, which is something Hope has been trying to tell Liam for weeks. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. At the Cliff House, Taylor tells Steffi that she and Ridge will probably get married when the craziness is behind them. Steffi thinks a wedding in the middle of it would help take their minds off of Luna. Steffi tells her mother that Kelly's at gymnastics and Hayes is finishing up art camp. Life is normal for the kids, who are unaware of the psychopath stuff. It keeps her sane knowing they're having fun and nowhere near the fear of Luna. At the beach school, Luna tells Hayes they should make his mom something she'll never forget. She smiles evilly. Luna gets the class started on origamis and then hands Hayes she's made a fortune teller for his mom. You can write all kinds of little secret notes in it. She'll be surprised. Very surprised. Luna thinks to herself, I hate to tell you, Steffi, but your future isn't looking so bright. Luna praises Hayes for becoming a pro at origami and then tells the teacher she should get going. The teacher wants her to stay and meet the parents, but Luna declines. Hayes walks over to thank Sunshine again. He's sure his mom, sister, and his dad will love the fortune teller. Luna remarks on him having such a close family. Some people don't get to have that at all. Hayes asks if she's crying. Luna says it's just allergies and urges him to rush home and show him mom what they made. At Il Giardino, Remy shows Sheila an origami that Luna made for him and shares that she's super into it. She offered to make him more, but she's not answering his messages, and he's worried. You clearly are too, he notes. Remy tells Sheila he knows Luna is her granddaughter. They go over the bizarre story of Finn having a daughter with his adopted aunt. He questions Finn's wife not allowing him to have a relationship with his daughter. Sheila says Steffi's opinionated, but she's been through a lot. She understands why it's not so easy for her. Remy says Steffi will never accept either one of them. Will she? Remy and Sheila go over Luna killing 2 men and kidnapping Steffi and holding her in a cage. It's no wonder she wants nothing to do with Luna. Sheila sniffs about her privilege. She grew up with guidance and felt safe. She never went through what Luna did emotionally. Remy's glad Luna has Sheila now. Sheila doesn't know when she'll see her again. Luna's leaving LA. Remy says Sheila must be devastated that Luna's leaving given she's just getting to know her. Sheila thinks the change of scenery will be good for her. Remy doesn't disagree. She asks why he's worried about Luna. He mutters, just reasons. Sheila wants more information. If there's something wrong, she can help her. Remy tells Sheila he ran into Luna at the shooting range. Sheila reels. Remy tells Sheila he had to teach Luna how to fire her gun. Sheila gawps at Luna having a gun. She flashes to Luna saying goodbye and telling her, at least I'm going out with a bang. At the Cliff House, Steffi and Taylor ask Hayes about camp. He says the nice lady who gave him the origami, Miss Sunshine, helped him make her a present. He pulls out the fortune teller and lets his mom know they made it for her. Hayes tells his mom and grandmother that he did the folding, but Miss Sunshine wrote the fortunes. Steffi says they'll have to see what Miss Sunshine has in store for her. The first one is a drawing of a sun. They do another one, and there's a drawing of a moon and stars. Taylor wants to try, and Hayes unveils the next fortune, which is a broken heart. Taken aback, they do another one, which is a drawing of a woman with X'd-out eyes. Steffi and Taylor are weirded out. Steffi wants to talk to the teacher about Miss Sunshine. Taylor thinks Steffi should call the school. Just then, Miss Dillon calls Steffi. She tells her she needs to talk to her about something. Steffi complains about Hayes coming home with a fortune teller with an inappropriate message and mentioned a Miss Sunshine. The teacher asks her to come to the beach school now to discuss it. At the beach school, Luna watches as Miss Dillon asks Steffi if she's on her way. When Steffi confirms she is, the teacher disconnects. Luna tells her, "Good job." At the Cliff House, Taylor hopes the teacher will have some answers for Steffi. They puzzle over this Miss Sunshine and what she sent home with Hayes. At the school, Miss Dillon asks Luna what she's planning. "What are you going to do to Steffi Forrester?" Welcome to the Bold and the Beautiful Daily YAPP. For a quick, and by that I mean you're already halfway done, recap of the most amazing or what the heck did we just watch moments on today's episode. Let's get to it. While we were expecting Steffi, Luna, and Hayes drama today, when we tuned into the Bold and the Beautiful, we were not prepared for Katie to lose her mind when she heard what happened to Will when he tried to entrap Luna. The frantic mother was understandably horrified to learn that her son had put his life at risk to help bring down a murderous psychopath. However, Electra certainly didn't help matters and kept putting her foot in her mouth without realizing it. And all we could do was laugh. Every time Katie seemed to be calm, Electra had to point out how scary and terrifying it was watching Luna wave a gun around while watching the live stream. We felt Will should have shot his clueless girlfriend a look to maybe just not speak for a little bit. However, when Electra lamented how difficult it was for her to watch Will kiss Luna, Katie really lost it. Is that all Electra cared about? Seeing her boyfriend kiss someone else and not his very life? Will and Electra might be young adults, but it felt like Katie was scolding two children. However, we had to do a double take when Katie suddenly announced that Will was just like his father, a man who liked to play hero. That hasn't always been Bill. Only over the last couple of years has he appointed himself a hero and protector. Otherwise, Bill is as selfish as they get. Hopefully, Katie gets it together soon, and Electra just learns to hush. Want more details? We got you! Soap Central has the best full B&B recaps on the internet. You can even go back over 30 years and read each and every one of them. If you can't wait until the next episode, we have daily spoilers too. And whatever you do this weekend, do not. Seriously, do not. Forget to read the 2 scoops for some laughs in the as close as we can come to being a watching party without actually being a show. And the best part is, if you agree or disagree, we want to know. As always, share your comments below. Here are your The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers what to watch moments for Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. Teffy is very worried that Luna is going to come after her and her family, but life must go on. That means Hayes must go to art school, because why miss a day of a summer activity when you have a sociopathic half-sister on the loose with a gun? Luna is also at art school, ready to teach origami to all the kids and make her move on Hayes, knowing it will lure Steffi into her little trap. When Hayes returns home from art school and shows his mom his latest gift from the nice lady, Steffi and Taylor are quickly alarmed. Does Hayes describe the nice lady? Will Steffi recognize her as Luna? Or will Steffi realize she saw origami in Luna's apartment while watching Will's little sting operation on a laptop in her kitchen? If so, she will realize that Luna has been stalking Hayes for weeks and was the lady who gave Hayes his last gift. Steffi seems to now know that Luna is after her son, so maybe she should have been keeping him home safe the last few weeks. Never one to just take things lying down, Steffi needs to find out for herself what is really going on. How is Luna allowed access to these children? Steffi needs to know, She might want to have a chat with Ms. Dillon, which could be easier said than done. Luna has already gotten Ms. Dillon to trust Sunshine while barely knowing her. What other tricks does Luna have up her sleeve? Finn's crazy daughter is on a tear and ready to do what she did last summer, and even has the same outfit on hand. Will it be a fight to the finish for Luna and Steffi? Or will someone come to Steffi's rescue? Last year, it was Lee Nozawa Power Finnegan. Who will it be this time? At least Sheila has an idea of what Luna is up to. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for the week of July 7 to 11, indicate that John Finn Finnegan will find himself reeling over Luna Nozawa's twisted move, while Sheila Sharp and Steffi Forrester's fate is revealed. At the beach house, fans will see the outcome of armed Luna's showdown with Steffi. Thanks to Sheila, Steffi's life should be spared, so that news will be a relief to all her loved ones soon enough. However, Sheila stands a good chance of taking a bullet for Steffi's sake. Whether it's accidental or intentional, Luna may fire at Grandma Sheila as things get out of hand. From there, it's just a matter of whether Sheila will survive or not. It's possible Sheila will make the ultimate sacrifice so that Steffi can live, but it's also possible she'll get rushed to the ER with life-threatening injuries. If Sheila does survive long enough to make it to the hospital, Finn may get a shock as his birth mother gets wheeled in. Whatever the case, Finn will be thrown for a loop when he eventually gets updates on Luna's terrifying move against Steffi and the way Sheila intervened to rescue her. As for Taylor Hayes, she seems poised to send the cops to the beach house after providing Steffi's location to Sheila. Will Deputy Chief Bradley Baker and his backup make it in time to arrest Luna before she bolts? We know Luna will survive what's in store since Lisa Yamada was still filming at B&B quite recently. It sounds like Luna is destined for a jail cell, so Baker and his team of cops may show up to throw her back in the slammer. In addition to Finn, characters like Taylor, Ridge Forrester, Liam Spencer, Hope Logan, and more will hear about Steffi emerging from this dangerous ordeal alive. Between Luna's mayhem and Sheila's heroics, there'll be a lot for all these people to process. Finally, Ms. Dillon will presumably be freed following Luna's hostage situation, so she'll be able to go home to her own loved ones and recover from this nightmare. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers say the week of July 7 to 11 will bring plenty of excitement, so stay tuned for all the big surprises and heated confrontations. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers hint that Brooke Logan may say 5 words once Ridge Forrester saves her from drowning in the show's upcoming Italy episodes. As the month of July wraps up, B&B will kick off some great drama in Naples and Capri. Catherine Kelly Lang, Thorsten Kaye, Jack Wagner, and John McCook all filmed on location there, so it won't be long until their scenes hit the air. Ridge recently strengthened his commitment to Taylor Hayes by accepting her proposal, but they're not going to get a happy ending. Taylor wants to believe that she's Ridge's future, but their engagement is set to fall apart instead. During the upcoming Italy fun, Nick will dote on Brooke and try to sweep her off her feet. Although Brooke may let herself get dazzled for a bit, Nick just isn't the man she's meant to spend the rest of her life with. Ridge is Brooke's destiny instead, so his eyes will open to that fact again. Between Ridge's jealousy over Nick's pursuit and the danger that's ahead for Brooke, he'll have some good reasons to want a reunion. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Brooke has an accident coming up that'll be a game changer for her relationship with Ridge. It looks like Brooke will fall into the water and find herself at risk of drowning until Ridge intervenes. Ridge seems poised to rescue Brooke, so she'll be full of gratitude in the aftermath. This may feel like fate's way of bringing them back together as far as Brooke's concerned. Whatever the case, Brooke may have a 5-word response when Ridge comes through for her. "You've always been my hero." You can bet that Brooke will sing Ridge's praises and enjoy his attention, even if the circumstances aren't ideal considering all the water chaos. Ridge will discover that Brooke is the only woman for him by the end of all this, so stay tuned for updates on any other reunion-related news. On July 2, 2002, the character declared her independence, from her mother's womb, that is. Ah, hope. Even before she made her debut on The Bold and the Beautiful, she was destined to be surrounded by drama. How could she not be? What with being the product of a fling between scandal magnate Brooke and, oh dear, her son-in-law, Deacon Sharp. That wasn't going to be a good look for anybody, much less the sexpot that archenemy Stephanie Forrester had infamously dubbed the slut from the valley. Mind you, Hope turned out to be everything that Brooke wasn't. She was virtuous to the point of carrying unnecessary baggage and devoted well past the point where it made any sense for her to stand by Liam Spencer. And to date, unlike Mama, Hope has never accidentally mistaken a randy masked man for her significant other and stooped him at a party. She has, however, developed a knack for lusting as hard as she loves. First, she made her fantasies about Thomas a risque reality. Then she started showing her admiration for Finn by dreaming up scenarios in which she tore his clothes off. It's been exciting to play different aspects of her character and to paint with some different colors in the palette that I have as an actor, says Annika Noel, who's been rocking the role since 2018. Here and there, the Emmy nominee has even been getting a chance to explore the complexities of her relationship with her mother and some of her past issues in regard to intimacy. Even her conception, she adds, was under a circumstance that created a shadow which has followed her around all of her life. Regardless of how like or unlike Brooke Hope may be, that's not to say that her life has been easy or any less tumultuous than her entrance into this world was. As a matter of fact, if there's one area in which she's just like Brooke, it's in that they both attract trouble the way Liam does indecision. It's going to be an intense day in LA. The bold and the beautiful must-watch moments for Thursday, July 3rd include Grace giving a dying Liam some bad news. Plus, Luna forces Hayes' teacher to summon Steffi to the school, and Sheila's frantic when she realizes Luna's plan. It promises to be a day full of pain and drama in Los Angeles, and you won't want to miss a bit of it. Tune in to CBS or Paramount Plus to watch as the fallout from the past and present shapes the future of these beloved characters, leaving you on the edge of your seat. Luna is furious after Will set her up with a fake kiss. She's unhappy with the way her life has gone. She just wonated a relationship with her dad Finn. And her half-brother Hayes. Somehow, in her own mind, Luna glosses over that she killed 2 men. Instead of looking inward, Luna blames Steffi for not getting to have a relationship with either Hayes or Finn. Sheila tried to talk sense into her newfound granddaughter, but it hasn't worked. Luna's been obsessed with Hayes as of late, spying on him at school, and she gave her little brother a special gift, putting the Forresters on high alert. She's lurked around his school even though she's not supposed to be there. Speaking of the school, Liam ensured it got to continue. He had the Spencer's Beach House converted after fires burned down the art school. Liam is dealing with an inoperable tumor, but Liam is focused on helping his family and their family. Hayes brings home an origami fortune teller for Steffi. Meanwhile, Luna leaves a trail around town. On Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025, the key moments spell trouble for Steffi Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful. Luna is leaving a trail around town. She asked Hayes to bring home a special gift for her mother, which is an origami fortune teller. Inside are the details of Steffi's grim future. You need to tune into today's episode to see what happens next. Luna promised Sheila that she would leave Los Angeles, but we know that she's already lying. She's been leaving a trail around town, and the clues are adding up. Luna loves making origami for the people she cares about. Remy was one of the lucky ones who ended up with one of her creations. He almost dropped it out of his pocket when he spoke to Sheila. He shared that Luna made him an origami fortune teller. Remy brought up the fact that Luna has been learning how to shoot at the firing range. Sheila wanted to know more about this, especially when Steffi is on her hit list. She's already been concerned about her granddaughter, and she needed answers. Meanwhile, Hayes brought home a gift for his mother. She thought it was from Ms. Dillon. Hayes corrected her and said it was from Ms. Sunshine, who taught the class how to make origami. As we know, Sunshine is Luna's pseudonym, so she doesn't get caught. Hayes handed Steffi the origami fortune teller, which revealed some grim drawings. Inside were a sun, a moon, a broken heart, and a girl with her eyes X'd out. Obviously, this was disturbing for Steffi and Taylor to witness. Steffi wanted to talk to Ms. Dillon about the new art assistant that she hired. She was just in time because Ms. Dillon called her. However, it wasn't the type of conversation she was hoping for. Ms. Dillon looked nervous as she asked Steffi to visit her at the art camp. Once she got off the phone, it was revealed that Luna was keeping her hostage. She held up a gun as she made the teacher make the call. Will Steffi finally end up in her trap? Will Sheila and Remy finally put the clues together and put a stop to Luna? Who will save the day? Find out how the rest of this storyline plays out. Watch B&B weekdays on CBS and Paramount+. Taylor has never looked more radiant, and Ridge has never looked more sure. Yes, folks, the ring is back on her finger, not Brooke's. And for once, it looks like Taylor's getting the man she's loved for decades. He said goodbye to destiny and hello to a fresh start. But this is The Bold and the Beautiful, and if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that no wedding ever ends with just cake and champagne, Taylor proposed. Ridge said yes. And now, the countdown to the next epic I Do has begun. But how long until it becomes, oh no you didn't? Let's face it, Brooke is a wedding crasher waiting to happen. She may have promised to move on, but how many times has she walked away only to come running back the second she smells chiffon and commitment? We wouldn't put it past her to interrupt the ceremony with one of her infamous monologues about true love, destiny, and how Ridge belongs with her. It's practically tradition at this point. But what if the twist doesn't come from the usual suspects? RJ might not be thrilled at the idea of Taylor playing stepmom again. He's been quiet lately, and no around. But don't sleep on the next generation of Forrester drama. Or maybe it'll be Hope, storming in to defend her mother's honor and deliver a last-minute plea for Ridge to wake up and choose the woman who's been his ride or die for 30 years. And let's not forget Eric. He's Ridge's moral compass, whether Ridge listens or not. Could he pull his son aside right before the vows and urge him to rethink this whole thing? After all, this is the same man who's seen Ridge and Brooke rise and fall a dozen times, and somehow always circle back. Or what if the shocker doesn't come from Brooke's camp at all? What if a surprise guest from Taylor's past crashes the party? A former flame, a long-lost secret, or a scandal too hot for the aisle? Now that would send shockwaves through the ceremony. No matter who does the deed, one thing is clear. This wedding will not go off without a jaw-dropping interruption. Whether it's heartbreak, revelation, or betrayal that brings the bash to a screeching halt, B&B fans better buckle up. Taylor might have her dream dress, but will she get her dream ending? Is Luna a match for the billionaire? Luna has her sights set on enemy number one, Steffi, on the bold and the beautiful, but we would love to see her face Bill Spencer when he's in his dollar bill phase. He has a list of misdeeds, most of which are worth noting. Of course, Bill is nothing like Luna, but they do share similar qualities. Even if they're not blood-related, both of them will do anything to get what they want. Bill often interfered in Liam's love life. He didn't like it when Liam and Hope were dating and would try to break them up. One time, Liam got drunk and smacked his head. He woke up in bed with Amber, who claimed she was pregnant. Bill tried to pay her off, but she didn't fall for it. Over time, Bill's misdeeds got worse. He attempted to get a bank to foreclose on Forrester Creations, burned down Spectra Fashions, and tossed Ridge out of a helicopter over the ocean. Bill covered Liam's fatal car accident, which killed Vinny. He destroyed the evidence. Even though Bill's done some horrible things, he's still not a villain like Luna. Speaking of which, Luna has a short criminal history. However, she seems comfortable with it. She drugged Tom Starr's drink in an effort to kill him. She assumed that he was her biological father, which drove her mad. Luna wanted Bill to be her father. When Hollis found her backpack at Il Giardino, she went after him and killed him in an attempt to cover up the evidence. Luna also kidnapped Steffi and left her in a cage. She planned for her to die from the demolition that was taking place at her old apartment building, but her husband Finn saved the day and set her free. It's safe to say that Luna is a lot more villainous than Bill. However, he could use his money and power to get the government and authorities on his side. What are your thoughts? Do you think Luna or Bill is the bigger villain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Luna Nozawa is solely focused on getting rid of Steffi Forrester Finnegan. However, Luna tricking Steffi actually makes the perfect opportunity for Electra Forrester to kick some pardoned prisoner booty. Keep reading and let's talk about what could happen next with this storyline. Luna has been mentally ill for quite a while. Unfortunately, it seems the pardoned prisoner might be too far gone to benefit from any therapy. The young woman has it in her head that Steffi is at fault for everything going wrong in her life. Mainly, Luna thinks it's Steffi's fault that she can't have a relationship with John Finn Finnegan. While that is partially true, it's not like Finn is being forced to stay away from Luna. The good doctor made that decision on his own, and it was because of Luna's crimes, one of which nearly cost Steffi nearly died. Then, Will Spencer thought he could get wired and get Luna to confess to intent to harm Steffi. The young woman did admit to wanting to get rid of Steffi, but didn't say she was going to kill her. So, the police just didn't have enough to arrest Luna. While Luna did run, she actually hasn't been accused of a crime yet. Once Luna found out that Will was playing her, she was furious. Now, Luna has nothing left to lose. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Luna cornered Hayes once outside of the art school. Then, the well-meaning Ms. Dillon invited Luna to teach the kids origami. Luna cleverly gave the teacher the name Sunshine. So if Ms. Dillon or Hayes mentioned her, Sin wouldn't know who she really was. Moving forward, Luna told Sheila Carter-Sharp she was leaving town but had one last thing to do first. Fans know that Luna has gone to the art school to corner Hayes once again. After the secret teaching session, Hayes brings home an alarming craft from art school. Fans know that Luna is going to force Ms. Dillon to trick Steffi into coming down to the school. However, Electra has been picking up Hayes most of the time. Plus, we know that Electra has been dying to punish Luna. The two have a brief but volatile rivalry. While Luna once claimed that Electra was too prissy, all that pent-up rage could come flying out. Electra just might be the one to take Luna down for good.